Welcome back, Aviron. My name's David, and I'm here to take you through a 15-minute run. This is part of our HIIT Strength Sprint series. Before we get started, I want to make sure that you do a quick little warm-up on your own. Make sure your shoes are tied, and I want to get you going right now. In the run today, we're gonna have 3 different speeds, not 4. We're gonna have 3 different speeds. You're gonna have a moderate speed, a really fast sprinting speed, and a recovery pace. Let's get started right off the bat with 1% incline. So go ahead and add that on now. Your first interval is 90 seconds, and it's gonna be somewhere between 6 to 8 miles per hour. Let's start that in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I do want you to scale up or down from that 6 to 8 miles per hour. Think about 60% effort for your relative perceived exertion on this one. So maybe a 6 out of 10. Let's talk about form a little bit. For our first interval, you can use it even a little bit as a warm up, but I do expect you to kind of stretch on your own. Make sure everything's ready to go. Form. We're gonna start from the crown of our head, work our way down. So you wanna start with a little tuck of your chin and a slight lean forward. As you're running, you wanna have this little fall forward, like you're using gravity, momentum forward to make you a little bit more efficient. From there, I want you to wiggle your shoulders down, away from your ears, and then just shake the tension out of your hands for a moment. Let's stay here and just feel it out and see what's naturally happening in our body. Next, we're gonna pay attention to our elbows. Elbows go directly behind you, towards the wall behind you, and maybe a little rotation of your shoulders as well, not too much. From there, think about your low belly. You're gonna pull your low belly in just to support your low back. Not so much that it hinders your breathing though. You've got about 15 seconds here. We'll take our first recovery right after this. Keep the 1% incline in your recovery. We'll have a 1 minute either walk or jog. Join me there in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 minute recovery. Go as slow as you need to here. I'm gonna walk out my recoveries for today. If you wanna go a little bit faster, if you wanna add a little more distance on your total run, go a little bit faster than this. Some of my more experienced runners, if you're familiar with how fast you can run for 1 minute straight, I want you to think about that number and then give me half of that for your recovery pace. We're gonna train ourselves a little bit in our recoveries to have a faster pace, and that's more for my endurance runners. That's how you find your endurance run. Even though we're not focusing on that today, you can think about that number for your longer runs later. All right, shake it out. We're gonna get ready for your next interval, still at 1% incline, and this is the great news. This is gonna be a really short, quick 30 seconds. In this next interval, I want you to add 1 mile per hour onto your last speed. So you're gonna be somewhere between 7 to 9. We're taking off in 5, 4, 3, 2, and speed it up. Good. So this is maybe an 8 out of 10 for your relative perceived exertion right here. Quick 30 seconds, almost said 30 minutes. We don't want to be here for 30 minutes, but I do want your heart rate elevated. Again, 70, maybe even 80% of what you can handle here. We'll get another 1 minute recovery in 5, 4, 3, 2, and recover. Take it down. Nice job. So recoveries are just as important as your intervals that we have here. You're training your heart rate to rise up, but you're also training it to come down a little bit faster. Take a second, scan your body for tension, forehead, brow, maybe your jaw, let that all go. Shoulders, really important here. We're stiff in our shoulders, we can't breathe properly. Now, I don't want you to breathe like this while we're running, but maybe see if you can reset your breath, get your heart rate down by focusing on your inhale. Give me a slightly longer inhale than what's naturally occurring. Let the exhale happen on its own. Next interval, we're gonna go back to 90 seconds. You're either gonna have a 90-second interval or a 30-second interval today. This next 90-second interval is 2% incline. Go there now. And we're gonna go back to our first pace, 6 to 8 miles per hour, taking off in 3, 2, and 1. Pick it up right here. Let's go. All right. So you've been at this pace before. If you feel like this is not a 6 or 7 out of 10 for you in this one, then you pick up your pace a little bit more. I'm gonna be staying at these 3 different paces myself today. So this is like my middle of the road, 6 to 8 miles per hour for our longer intervals. Your recovery is obviously either a walk or maybe a slow jog, and then your sprinting pace will be after this. Let's stay here for just a moment. Come back to breath. And then bring a little bit more awareness to what's going on in your lower body, anything below your belly button. So what's going on with our legs? Are you stomping your heel down into the belt? Can you minimize that? Can you land a little bit softer? Sometimes I think about rolling the weight over the ball of my foot and pushing the treadmill belt behind me. Nice. There's a lot of power in just staying and being present in where we are. So scan your body for that tension. Come back to your breath for a moment. We're gonna hit another recovery in 10. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, recover. Walk or jog it out. Here we go. So just take that moment. If you've got heart rate monitors, or if you just want to kind of hang on right here, if you've got anything that checks your heart rate, take a look at that. Your goal is not to worry too much about what the number is, but to see if you can do whatever you need to do to get your heart rate down. For me, I always come back to my breath. My fitness background begins with a lot of yoga. So I come back to a yoga breathing. It's called Ujjayi. It's a deep inhale through your nose. So maybe try that. Feels like a snore at the back of your throat. And then maybe an open mouth exhale. Cool. Let's get set up for your next 30-second sprint. This is also at 2% incline. Let's go there now if you're not already there. And then we're gonna pick up our pace to that 7 to 9 miles an hour, or just 1 mile per hour faster than the last one. Let's take off in 3, 2, and 1. Pick it up, go. Nice. Incline's not crazy here. I always like to have 1 to 2% incline on my treadmill at most of the time. Kind of simulates the feel of an outdoor road and builds a little bit of strength on the front of your legs, your shins. So if you're a little bit prone to shin splints, run on a treadmill versus outside and add a little incline. That'll help you out. We are recovering in 3, 2, and recover. Take it down. Nice job. We like those 30-second intervals. Okay, so we're about halfway through this class right now. That pattern of 90 seconds on, 1 minute off, 30 seconds on, 1 minute off, we're gonna do that 2 more times. The only difference on these next 2 is the incline. So if you've been picking up on the pattern, we started our first 2 intervals, 1% incline, the next 2 are 2. We're gonna go to 3 and 4. So go ahead and give me 3% right here. I always think that jump between 3 to 4% incline is something that you're gonna feel. So let's see what it feels like in this 90-second interval. Try to stick with that 6 to 8 miles per hour. Again, if you ever need to go down from what I'm asking, you're welcome to be there. If you need to be less on the incline, you're welcome to be there as well. Let's go back to our 90 seconds, 6 to 8 miles per hour. 3, 2, and 1. Pick it up, go. Whew. All right, you and me together, 30 seconds. Nothing happening here. Just scan your body, pay attention to what's going on. If you can see yourself, I like to see myself straight ahead. If you got anything in front of you, pay attention to your toes. Depending on your hips, your hip flexion, toes might be going out, in, or straight ahead. For me, I'm a little bit pigeon-toed, so I have to pay attention to how I'm landing and make sure my toes are straight ahead. It depends on just the tightness of your hips on where you're going. Just pay attention to how you're landing. Nice, friends. You've got barely over 30 seconds on this one. second to last 90-second interval. I'm very aware if you do a lot of different runs, a lot of different interval runs, we typically stay to 1 minute intervals, and anything above that feels like torture. Tell yourself you got it here, so when you go back and do some 1 minute intervals for some other runs, that you got them, piece of cake, right? Stay here for 10. All right, Aviron, we're almost there. Last 4, 3, 2, and recover. Take it down, take it down. Keep the incline on if you can for these recoveries. If you're going slow enough and you feel comfortable, maybe some shoulder circles, one direction, opposite direction. When I start to work really hard, I put a lot of tension up into my shoulders, my jaw. So a few things that I like to try to do to reset that is I actually go into the same direction of that tension. So I'll pull my shoulders up, squeeze super, super tight, and then maybe exhale, let it all go. Try that a couple times, see how you feel, and get ready for your 30-second interval. We're taking off in 10. I'm recommending 7 to 9 miles per hour. Make this be an 8 to 10 out of your perceived exertion. Taking off in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. I don't know what it is, those recoveries like what we just had, typically where my body likes to sweat a little bit more, or maybe it's just in my head that I'm feeling the sweat a little bit more. Stay for 10. Check in with hands, shake it out. What's going on with your elbows? You've got 3, 2, 1, recover. All right, take it down to your recovery pace. You can go ahead and take it to our final incline, 4% right now. So if you haven't been walking out any of our recoveries just yet, totally cool. But check in to see if you've been giving me everything from those last few intervals. If there were ever any few recoveries that you go really slow, it'd be these last 2. So you have 1 recovery now, 90-second interval, another 1 minute recovery, and then we'll finish with our last 30-second sprint. You are in the home stretch for this one, so stay with me. 4% incline. In 15 seconds, we pick our pace back up, 6 to 8 miles per hour. This should be with that incline on, maybe a 7 or even an 8 out of 10 for your exertion. We're taking off 6 to 8 miles per hour in 3, 2, 1. Pick it up, go. I'm gonna let you get into kind of autopilot a little bit. Let your body just kind of take over. If you feel comfortable at this pace, then maybe look straight ahead. You can even ignore me for a moment. Let your eye gaze go blurry and just let it be almost a cathartic experience. Thinking about nothing, clearing your head, clearing your heart, worrying about work later, what you've got to do with the kids, food, whatever's going on. Just let it go. This time is for you. Good. You are halfway through your last 90-second interval right now. You've got a little less than 45 seconds. Let's come back to our toes, pointing straight ahead. Stay for 30. You can be here for 30 seconds, easy. Yeah. Nice. Last 20. This final recovery before your last big sprint starts in 10. Highly recommend, if you need to, take it really slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, recover. Nice, let it come down. I'm gonna actually go a little bit slower in this recovery right here, just to be kind to my body, because I'm gonna ask for a little bit more. Yes, we're at 4% incline. That's the highest that we've got. Your last interval is 30 seconds. You know how those last ones have felt behind us? And you have one big finish push. I want you to imagine you're in a race right now. Finish line is in front of you. There is an incline that you gotta head up this hill to that finish line. But there's that one, maybe two people right in front of you that you need to pass. So we're getting ready for it. Final 30-second interval. If you can go faster than what we've done in the past, 7 to 9 miles per hour, please do it. I gave you a little bit too long recovery. Let's go for our final interval right now in 5, 4, 3, 2, and sprint to your finish. Hit it. Come on. I'm gonna go a little bit faster than what I've been doing in my other sprints. Whew. It should be so fast. If you were running with somebody next to you, you wouldn't be able to have a conversation with them. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and either walk or stop your treadmill. All right, Aviron, that concludes this 15-minute run. We had a little sweet intervals with our 90 seconds and a little spicy intervals with our 30-second ones. I look forward to seeing you in the next run. Let's get it.